Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Like a Hero, and today we're going to go over all things gathering professions. When I say that, we're talking about mining, harvesting, skinning, and logging in general. Not really logging because kind of trees are kind of everywhere, but I am going to talk about a tool that you can use that's going to help you create your own routes. And that's really what it's about. A lot of people search YouTube and Google for like the best farming routes, whether it be for iron or star metal or hemp or whatever it may be. We're going to talk about the tool that you should be using to do that, so you don't have to Google that information. We're going to be talking about respawn rates, as this iron vein in front of me has just respawned. And we're going to talk about some other things, so make sure to stick around for the whole video. It's going to be I'm going to try to be as in-depth as I possibly can, and at the same time as short as I possibly can. Let's start talking about the respawn rates first, and then we'll get into the tool that you can use to help you kind of synergize with knowing the respawn rates. Now, although there's no official, like, definitive released information from New World, what we have gathered from multiple sources, multiple wikis, is that there are generally 3 different sizes of ore veins, hemp plants, and herbs. Now, the larger the size of the resource that you're gathering, the longer the cooldown. So the smaller veins and smaller plants are going to be at about a 8 to 12 minute cooldown. That's important to note. The medium ones between 10 to 15 minutes, and the large veins between 12 to 17 minutes. So I would say the sweet spot is that when you are trying to create a route, which we're going to go over right now, you want to time your route so that it's taking you about 15 minutes, 15 to 17 minutes to run the route. This is important because once you run that initial route and you do manage to find a spot that's going to be, pretty, I guess, I don't want to say barren, but there's not other people already farming it, you're going to then own the respawn timers. So if your route is 15 minutes long, you're going to start either gathering your hemp or gathering whatever your herbs or your ore veins. And by the time you finish your route, you can kind of create this loop system where, hey, I'm going to start here. I'm going to loop around. It's going to take me about 15 minutes. And when I get back to that initial starting location, those veins or the hemp, whatever the resource that you're gathering, is already at that point respawning. And once you nail this down, that's really where you're going to start to be efficient with your time. The next thing I do want to talk about is the tool that you can use to like set your routes. And I'm going to show you my current route that I run in Everfall. Now, this is just for mining. However, you can do this for hemp runs, for herb runs, whatever it is that you're looking for to run, it's a good thing to use. Now, there are a couple of them, mapgenie.io. I will put this in the description below, so make sure to check that out. And also another one that you can use is the New World map.com. Okay. I personally prefer using the Map Genie one, but I'll put both of them in the description. They're both pretty similar. But let's talk about why this is such a good tool here. Now, you can kind of see the location here. I know it might be a little bit clustered here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can create your own routes and save your routes and all that stuff so that hey, I want to do mining today. This is the route I'm going to run. So I'm in Everfall. Now we can hide all so nothing's showing, right? But what I like to do is once I hit the hide all button, I'm going to go scroll down on the left side over here. And because today I'm looking at iron ore specifically, I'm going to enable the iron ore. Then I'm going to enable star metal because I know there's some star metal on this route, and silver because I know there's some silver on this route. Now, I could enable them all. You could do that, right? Map will get kind of clustered, but once you know what's in the area, then you don't really need to enable, right? If you know that there isn't going to be orichalcum in that area, then just kind of keep your map cleaner. So I'm also going to enable the fort locations here, and I'm also going to enable outpost, shrines, and settlements. So now I can see where I'm starting here. Now, this is the route that I run for iron ore right now. It's actually pretty big. It's the whole route. Remember, the important part that we know is that the larger veins are respawning anywhere between 12 to 17 minutes, give or take. So I'm going to show you the route that I personally run. and didn't save there, but I'm just gonna draw it here as we go. So when I'm starting with my run here, what I've come to kind of figure out is I have a run here that's about 15 to 16 minutes long. I've actually timed it. You don't have to get that sweaty, but if you do, it's only going to make your run better and crisper, right? You're going to have those respawns. I start here in Everfall and I go up north of Everfall and I hit up these two ore veins right here. Afterwards, I head over here to the left and I go to this ore vein, then I loop around and come this way. Afterwards, I'm going down to these ore veins here as well. And then I come over the top here and I'm getting some silver, I'm getting some ore. There are some locations here that I could go for here, but that's like dropping down. And if I drop down, then I have to come all the way back around. So I don't actually do that area. I'm trying to be efficient. And again, I want to keep it out 15 to 17 minutes to run. Afterwards, I'm kind of just going this way. And I'm just kind of ignoring this. I'm trying to be as efficient with my time. What you can do here is afterwards, I'm going down to this vein. I'm going up here. I'm getting all these gathered. And then you can kind of see what's going on here. I'm just using this map to kind of plot out a route that I run. Loop around here, kind of go here, hit all these up. Boom, 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 boom. And then I go up a little bit north, right? And after I go up here, that's about 15 minutes, give or take. So what I do is I recall back to base. And this is important because the recall is costing me, since I do have a home here in Everfall, the recall is costing me about 35 Azoth to reset. Quick mention about the tool system here. I mentioned Azoth. And it's efficient for me because on my tools, I have, whenever I'm gathering, there is the possibility that I gather Azoth. So it's costing me about 35 Azoth, 40 Azoth to come back, especially when I'm mining. So that's another thing to think about in your tools, right? You set up your house in a location that you like to farm. And because I do have that Azoth extraction perk on my mining pickaxe, 42% chance to get 1 Azoth, right? If I farm 40 nodes, that's enough to recall back. So it's kind of very efficient. You can get things like mining luck and mining yield, or harvesting luck and harvesting yield as well. When it comes to gathering, there are some additional bonuses that you get depending on the attribute that you're spec'd in. If you are trying to get super efficient with your time, then maybe that's something that you want to do. I'm normally strength, constitution anyways. I kind of go with soldier style builds and weapons, but having 300 strength gives you a 25% chance to mine an ore with a single swing. This is why sometimes you see people like swinging a pickaxe, jumping, and then swinging the pickaxe again. They're trying to get that 25%. Dexterity is extra yield for skinning. So dexterity is what gives you that increased bonuses for skinning. And each of these has its own benefits for a different type of gathering. So strength for mining, dexterity for skinning, and then intelligence is for harvesting. So intelligence at 300 reduces your Azoth cost, but also gives you 10% harvesting speed, 10% yield when it comes to harvesting. Focus is your one for fishing. Now, I don't think it's efficient to be doing this, like especially with the cost, right? But it's just something to think about, that if you are currently one of these attributes at 300, then you might want to do that gathering because it's going to be a little bit easier, right? So focus is your fishing bonuses, perks, and the final one, constitution. If you get that at 250, it's increased yield in logging, 25% chance though to chop down a tree in a single swing at 300 constitution. So going back to our original map here, I know I'm doing this using a mining for the map right now, but you could very easily switch this to on the left side. Okay, you're just going to go back and you're going to say, well, today I want to gather ironwood trees, or I want to do weirwood trees or whatever, and you could set your route for those as well. Now, respawn times tend to be very similar. Again, the sweet spot is to make a route that you're going to run that's going to take you about 15 minutes. That way, by the time you're done with that run, you come back and everything has respawned. Now, the tools for this, what I'm using to draw on the screen, is actually called Paint on Tab. It's a Chrome add-on that I use. Once I do that, I'm going to just print screen, right? And you can actually save your route. However, what I've noticed is that, hey, you're going to run the route like 2 times and you're going to know where to go exactly, right? But these are things that you can do to kind of make your route more efficiently. Guys, that's it for the video. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope anything I've answered, I hope if anything, I've answered a couple questions when it comes to gathering. No more having to Google best routes. You kind of just do your route that works for you. And another important thing to know is that the time of day that you're running routes is also important, right? If you are in a dead server, a barren server, then you're going to have plenty of opportunity to farm materials, right? However, if you're in a busier server, like the one I'm currently in, US West, Kashara Sagara, then it's, early time is a good time to run. I'm a teacher, so my time to farm is in the evenings, which are kind of busy. So this is why I stopped kind of running the more popular routes, and I decided to use my time more effectively and create my own routes that maybe aren't as popular here. But if you hold down those respawn timers, it's going to be very efficient for your time. So thank you guys so much. If you guys want to help support this, the channel, make sure to like the video, make sure to drop a comment. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, quick note, in the description, we're going to have our Discord link there, the Hero Academy Discord, and you could catch my streams over on Twitch TV/LikeAHero. Again, also in the description, hit a follow over there so you can be notified when I go live. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys later.